lot of the people that we work with have faced a lot of adverse childhood experiences growing up, who are struggling with poverty, drugs, alcohol, gambling.
There could be addiction issues, there could be marital issues, there could be employment issues. The work that we do in probation, I see as essential.
I don't know where I would be without probation.
I've always had an interest in the criminal justice system. I knew that probation would be able to provide me with that for my own professional development, and it's also really good experience of working with service users who have really complex lives. I applied to the graduate route of social work in Ulster University, Magee, and I completed that in June 2023 and started in PBNI in July 2023. The best thing about probation is that there's no 2 days the same. You could be in the office one day, you could be completing home visits, you could be involved in meetings with social services, you could be in the courts, or you're meeting with service users. You don't know what you're coming into some mornings. It's really good that you do have the support of the team and you have them to kind of lean on.
Probation's quite a unique environment to work in as a social worker. Northern Ireland itself is quite standalone in that you need to be a social worker to work in probation, working with people who have committed offences.
This is a minority group within society that have had criminal offences, and it's just really about being there for that person, trying to equip them with the tools to make changes so that they don't end up in this situation again, just about being supportive.
And it's how people respond to those problems that can often lead them into causing crime. If you speak to most offenders, they would tell you that being on probation can often be more difficult for them than receiving a short custodial sentence. They have to be able to commit to 2 to 3 years of supervision. They have their lives opened up to a probation officer who's going to scour through elements of their lives which they may not want you to know. That's really challenging from a human point of view. Day to day, we're looking at somebody's life holistically and trying to find solutions for them, which enables them to reduce the risks themselves and take responsibility.
These ones here?
Yeah, all them, yeah.
Dead all. Is there a wee stick that goes in them after a bit? My name is Shay Oak and I came in contact with Probation Northern Ireland in 23. I started my service then, just before summer. I have had probation for 2 years and community service for 150 hours. I've never done anything to do with gardening, planting flowers. So it's very interesting. I get to learn new things, you know. Every day is a learning day. It's a wonderful feeling. After you've accomplished something and you've done something good, it makes you feel good about yourself that you've done something. I don't think anyone would like to be in jail, so being able to wake up every day and get to go outside and smell the fresh air, I think it's just beautiful. I currently live in a temporarily homeless shelter and my probation officer is just amazing. Has helped me so much with my own mental health, with the housing executive and stuff. It would be definitely a second chance because you get to show not only just to your family but to the rest of the world that you're not a bad person, you know. You've made mistakes, but you're doing really well. You're getting the chance to get back out.
We have some really amazing success stories within PBNI. Some people that have done really well. In the community, we have probation orders, community service orders, we have combination orders. Some of the challenges that we would be facing is working with resistance. Some service users are resistant to coming to work with us, so it's really important for us to build that relationship with them. Sometimes that can be challenging.
Community sentence is an opportunity to promote their rehabilitation back into society after they have offended. Prison sentences can be quite harmful. They can be very disruptive to people's lives. They might have a job, they might be in a relationship, and they go to jail, unfortunately, and all those different positive aspects that are happening in their lives are suddenly disrupted and removed. They have to start from scratch. Community sentence is very different. It allows people to carry on maintaining those family ties and support structures that they have in their life, have a stake in what's going on in their local communities by contributing in a positive and productive way. Probation officers have extensive powers to ensure that a court order is upheld. They have the ability to go into people's families in their houses and to check on their progress. They have the ability to speak with their employers, and they have the ability to make decisions then that can be fed back to the court. And if they breach their court order, they may return back to court again, and this could lead to a prison sentence going forward as well.
As presiding district judge, I see on a day-to-day basis the benefits that probation bring to the criminal justice system and the wider society. The probation officer helps paint a picture for the judge to give us information about an offender's life story and the issues that have to be addressed as part of the sentencing process. On some occasions, the people who come before the courts, it's necessary to impose a custodial sentence. But in a lot of cases, a community sentence is the most appropriate disposal. For example, in a probation order, the author of a probation report will give the court an indication as to the type of work that they could do with that defendant in order to manage them effectively under such an order, and therefore tailor a sentencing package, which in my view is the best approach from a sentencer's point of view and is the best outcome for an individual defendant and wider society. A good example of that, I think, is the Substance Misuse Court, which I preside over here in Belfast. The idea is to tackle the root cause of the offending and tackle that specific addiction issue. The probation staff work with individuals to allow them the opportunity to engage in intensive counselling and ongoing assessment on a regular basis when they come before the court, and we sit down together to talk through the progress they've made and work together, all of us, towards trying to achieve a positive outcome and reduce the likelihood of reoffending.
My name's Liz. I'm a mother of two. I came into contact with probation about 5-6 years ago, being a victim of crime in my family. I didn't know about probation, the victim impact of it. I thought probation was about just offenders, ex-offenders. There is a lot of the victim side that nobody else does see. Siobhan got in contact with me, a victim of crime, but I'm not. I'm seen as a person. She set me on the right path to do what I wanted to do. With the probation board, we had a meeting with the victims commissioner. Didn't know there was funding for groups and stuff. It's important for the probation board, for the offenders to understand the crime and not to reoffend.
While it might be quite difficult to compare those taking community sentences with those serving prison sentences, across a variety of different jurisdictions around the world and a whole wealth of studies, we seem to see a constant trend that those taking community sentences have lower rates of reoffending.
A lot of the people that you work with are great. You do get to know them very well. You get to build a relationship with them. You become part of their support network, which is great. It's one of the main reasons why I come into social work. Anyone that is within PBNI, they're a human being. We can all make mistakes, and a lot of the time people want to make changes.
You have to have a lot of different tools when you're relating to people. They need to feel comfortable about opening up to you and talking to you. So the work that you're doing is, to be honest with you, cutting edge at times. There are very unique learning opportunities for you as a social worker to develop your skills, personal development, the specialist training, the specialist fields that you can move into. As a career, that is only going to serve you to develop further. I see my role as trying to prompt that motivation so that they can then recognise they have the capacity and the capability to make the change. I genuinely believe that the work we do does have an impact in people.
Seeing them put steps in place to get to that point and seeing them being proud in themselves makes me really proud of them as well, and it's something that I really enjoy about working in probation. You do see that change that people are making within their lives, overall making communities safer, and that's what we're here to help with.